Thank you, Elets Group, for having me, and a very warm good afternoon to everybody. So, Pune Smart City, as Mr. Jagtap talked about, the journey started sometimes around 2014, 2015. And at that point of time, the Smart Cities plan was prepared by the cities, and the plan was submitted to the ministry, and eventually the city got selected. But another important thing which he mentioned, and I don't know if any one of you picked that up, we have moved way beyond what the plan was. So, whereas the things which were mentioned in the plan are getting implemented, some have been implemented, some are at different stages of getting implemented. What we decided to do around 8, 9 months back was a very conscious decision of focusing on data and on focusing on innovation. So, just to give you an example, right? Today, command and control center is getting implemented in pretty much all the smart cities. Now, to the uninitiated, the command and control center is nothing but a unified view of the city in one location. And in the command and control center, you have over 1,000 odd IoT devices integrated with the command center. You have a whole bunch of applications which are integrated with the command center. And importantly, you have the data from all these applications and IoT devices which are pretty much getting added by the day coming into the command center. My sense is there are some of you who are from the manufacturing background and from some other background as well, and you will be able to relate to the IIoT, probably the industrial Internet of Things, a little better than the IoT devices which we are talking about from a civic administration standpoint. Having the implementation done, we started working on the data part of it and how this data can be leveraged by not only the enterprise businesses but also by the third party application developers, so that tomorrow we are in a situation where we get a lot of insights into the way the urban governance problems could be solved. As part of that journey, we started engaging with a lot of organizations within the country, outside of the country, and we embarked on something which is known as data-led co-creation of solutions for the urban governance issues which the city has been facing. We have probably done 4 or 5 very successful hackathons so far, and the results have been amazing. The results have been amazing more from the standpoint of these being some extremely great ideas, out of box ideas, leveraging the data of the city to solve the city problems, to areas like where we even went ahead and did an exclusive hackathon with the European Union on leveraging one M2M standards. So somebody who has been dealing with IoT, even from some of the other sectors, would be able to appreciate that the IoT arena, there are a lot of competing standards, and we from a smart city standpoint, including with the ministry, would want to finalize on some of the standards rather soon. And as part of that endeavor, the 1M2M standard, which is quite popular, though not completely, we just wanted to test that out, and we successfully did that. We separately did a hackathon on cybersecurity, and cybersecurity today is extremely critical. We realized that as the city command center gets integrated with a lot of IoT devices, with a lot of applications, the attack surface is increasing manifold and thereby exposing the vulnerability. To address that, to begin with, we did this hackathon and we realized how vulnerable the systems are, how easy it is to get them hacked, right? And the outcome of that is something we are, as city administrators, working on and trying to solve. And importantly, we are the first smart city in the country today which has tried to develop a city-wide cybersecurity policy and a framework. None existed in the country so far. We have made this attempt because we realize that as the city gets smarter, essentially meaning as more and more things are getting integrated to improve the quality of life of the citizens eventually, it is extremely important that each and every organization, particularly the government ones, they are all on the same page insofar as the cybersecurity is concerned. As we continue to work on this journey, we have formed a lot of alliances because we believe that ecosystem of partners is the bedrock of what a smart city is all about. There are a lot of things which we are not aware of, and coincidentally, from a smart city standpoint, there is no organization today anywhere in the world which has an answer to each and every problem which a smart city is facing. The smart city landscape is incredibly complex, it's fairly heterogeneous, way too many moving parts, right? We have been successful in building a very strong ecosystem of partners, all of whom are today partnering to develop out-of-box solutions. Continuing with this effort, this is something which I would, certainly would want to share. On the 5th of July 2019, we are doing an international workshop with the Plus Alliance. Now, the Plus Alliance is an alliance of University of New South Wales, Sydney, King's College, London, Arizona State University, Phoenix, and there is humongous amount of expertise in these universities in terms of how they have helped their respective cities, namely Sydney, London, and Phoenix, to leverage data, to leverage technology, and come up with out-of-box solutions to the chronic problems which the cities continue to face from time to time. We have a formal agreement with the Plus Alliance, and both of us are going to be doing this international workshop on the 5th. The theme of the workshop is the first of its kind in the Smart Cities mission in the country, is to explore opportunities to develop Pune as a Smart Cities living laboratory. So, in essence, what it means is the cities have a lot of problems, a lot of urban governance problems, and there are enormous opportunities of leveraging new age, cutting edge technologies with the available data to solve some of these problems, if not all of them. And this workshop is basically coming together of people from across the globe, including the city leaders, right, trying to brainstorm on a whole host of issues, followed by a very detailed closed door meeting on the next steps. I would also take this opportunity to invite all of you who are here in this room to please come and attend this international workshop on the 5th of July. It's at Hotel Novotel, and this is a workshop we are putting together along with the Plus Alliance. Dr. Mashelkar has kindly agreed to preside over the workshop. We will be having representations from the ministry, and this is probably one of the flagship programs of the Pune Idea Factory Foundation, which, as Mr. Jagtap was alluding to, is a subsidiary of the Pune Smart City, but the mandate is very clearly different. The PSCDCL, which is the SPV, the mandate is to invest in setting up of infrastructure. The infrastructure could be the civil infrastructure, it could be the technology infrastructure. Pune Idea Factory Foundation mandate is to drive innovation, leveraging all the investments which are getting made in the infrastructure by PSCDCL. Thank you so